You guys know the deal. Just gonna wait a minute, let some people get on, and then we'll get started. Where is everybody? Close enough. Got until I get the soft sleeves out. How's it going tonight, everybody? We've got ourselves just released Star Trek, the original series, The Captain's Collection from Rittenhouse. We've got 2 cases tonight. The cases already had numbers written on them, so the case with the lower number is case 1, the case with the higher number is case 2. Very good, sponsored by Blowout Cards. Thank you to them as always. Blah, blah, blah. You've heard that a million times. Let's get started. I haven't had a chance to look at any breaks or what anybody's posted on anything on this yet. So I'm going in blind. Box 94, low number. Hopefully that's good luck. I'll drop this down now so we can see. Alright, so we know the big thing here is you get 2 autographs per box, a ton of base cards, some inserts, and the way Rittenhouse does their inserts, they're all, not easy to pull, which, makes for a little bit of extra value to them. They also had added some new types of signatures. I know that they were doing, and let's just jump to the checklist real quick. So we've got we got all the autographs. Oh, that's right, inscriptions. There's black, silver. There's cut signatures. Now they're really rare, so I'm not sure, how rare that is. I think I had read somewhere that there's only 35, 33 of the Vic Taybacks. Stamps, you only get 1. Bridge Cruise, different inserts. Most of the inserts are, let's see, I'm looking at 1 a case. Lobby cards are 2 a box. Looks like the lobby cards are actually a parallel of the base set. Or, I don't know, it's 80 cards. Then you get 1 sketch. So it should be a good amount of stuff to go through. Oh, wait a minute. Not doing it. Now I've taken it that the throwback, which was one of the parallels, let's see, so there's, because one of these cards was not glossy, so I'm going to keep that one separate. These 4 cards all look the same, so we'll call that base cards. And then we'll see if we only get 2 of these non-glossy ones. Yeah. Got an insert here. Let's see what this one is. W50. Where no man has gone before. I definitely like the way Rittenhouse has been changing things up the way they do. You know, the different gloss and matte versions. And I mean, they were doing the metal cards a while ago. Let's see. Where no man has gone before. Uncut checklist. 70 cards, 1 in 8 packs. Alright, so this is an easy insert then. Gaining watchers, don't forget to post your name. Back this up a little. How you doing tonight, Mr. Lego? Now, what do we got here? Number 12, the Menagerie Part 2. I'm going to guess that this is the lobby card. I'm tired. That's how I always am. Let's see. Yeah, so this is what one of the lobby cards looks like. Alright, so I'm pretty confident that this one's the throwback. It looked just like the base card, but it just wasn't glossy. Hey, George, how you doing? Okay, there's another one of these where no man is gone. Let's see, so they were 1 in 8, so that's 336, so you would only get about half of the set. As long as collation is good. There's our first autograph. How'd we do? We got Joan Swift as Arlan Kirk. So, I guess this is their full bleed version. For the first couple, I'm going to just take a look here. A287, and that's just a limited. Excuse me. Alright, so I have to ask Mr. Lego, not to be too obvious here, but I take it you're a fan of Legos? Especially considering your name on here is the Walking Lego. Alright, what do we get here? This is Turbo Lift, so I guess this is one of the vehicles. E6. Inside the Enterprise. And what are the odds on these? 1 in 48 packs. Alright, so that's 1 every 2 boxes for that guy. There's our second throwback. Again, they are two. Put them the wrong way. There we go. Two a box. That's neat. Stop motion. I don't have the skill or the patience to do something like that. So when you watch those Lego movies, do you say, oh, I could do it better than that? Here's our second lobby card. Hey, what's going on, EJ? And just so you know, EJ, I'll make it a point to make sure when you grab one of these base spots that one set will be missing a card, just to keep our trend going from the last two. Here's our second autograph. There's only 2 packs left. Just finish these off real quick. And there's our third, where no man has gone before. Alright, at least I even know who this is. Sally Kellerman. And this is one of the, I guess, this would be the silver signature. And that is an EL, so that's a good... Oh yeah. Where are you going? In Atlantic City. George, what you want to do is, if you just mail that in, shoot George shoot George a PM just to give him a heads up. I mean, he's obviously tied up right now with Comic-Con, but I always would let him know whether or not it actually did anything, just to give him a heads up. Oh, okay, good. Yeah, I can't remember the lady's name, but there was a woman that I always dealt with when we were going through all those the missing foils on the Ghostbuster breaks. Alright, so now that we got our first one under our belt, we know what we're getting out of the boxes, we can rip through a little bit quicker. The beach is definitely the kind of, in Atlantic City at least, you really don't want to go there. No man has gone before. Yeah, we had one of the Arrow breaks. We had base card problems, and they already have them like collated, I guess, because they ended up just sending me 4. I think it was 4 sets complete in order. Here's a throwback. Signature, and it is an inscription. Joanne Linville, destroy the Enterprise. So let's see. Joanne Limited. Oh, didn't focus. There it goes. Here's the other, whatever that Enterprise card was with that insert set. But if you need any cards to make up a set, George, for Legends of Tomorrow, when we did our break, the group break, I got 2 base spots, I think. So I'm pretty sure I have a couple of base sets left that, you know, my friend, the camp counselor, you know, I can only give him so many cards before, you know, he can't take anymore. So if you need any cards to make a set, just shoot me a PM. I'm sure I have them. There's a throwback. Alright, so this is, which, I guess this is like a then and now kind of thing. It's the first one of the, let's see here, D. Okay, so there's 2 of these per box. Bridge Crew Duels. And let me get in close so it'll actually focus. Alright, I'll put that in a soft sleeve now. Lobby card. Where no man has gone before. Lobby card. You know, for Legends of Tomorrow, I was really shocked that we couldn't fill that second break. I mean, I thought that was a great product. I mean, they had almost every main cast member. There's our second autograph. Let's have a couple packs left. I wish I was a little bit more familiar where no man has gone before with the original series. Okay, this is John Wheeler. I know this makes the break another minute longer, but I'm just getting the wrappers all together up front. I'm sure I've seen most of the episodes, just, you know, through all the reruns. But I mean, I'm sure I've watched the entire Next Generation, but I couldn't tell you barely anything about the show. I just don't remember. It's one of those things, my brain can only hold so much, so that's one of the ones that gets pushed out early. Say, I wish Rittenhouse would still go to the Philly show, because something that somebody brought up with this product that is actually, I think, is a good thing, is that Leonard Nimoy's in it. Now, you know, he's passed away a while ago now, but that means that they either had enough forethought, you know, to get him to sign, or, I mean, that's how long they've been working on this particular product. They don't just throw it together in 90 days. I hear you though about you know, hope for a top spot. I mean, my typical luck isn't very good, so I don't figure I'm gonna get a top spot. John Bella, Bellah, the Laughing Crewman. But they're not stickers, they're all on card. So, I mean, I guess that makes sense. Like when they, the James Bond autographs, they're all the same. You know, they kept that same design. Oh, there's our second autograph already. Would have liked to have seen it go a little bit longer. William O'Connell, Journey to Babel is his inscription. Gotta just jump up to the, what did I say? Very limited. Looks a little bit better. There it goes. I do like the fact that Rittenhouse is taking a chance on cut autographs now. I mean, they did the Sean Connery for the James Bond archive boxes. That was an oversized. That they got those signed. I mean, I don't know where they got them from, but I mean, they were all basically looked like index cards that were signed. I don't know if I've missed them yet, but I don't think we've gotten one throwback yet. Oh, there's one. That's upside down. And there's the other. Here's. Now again, based on the odds, this should be it for the case. The Bridge Crew Duels. That was Bones and Chekhov. Did we get any lobby cards yet? one. So EJ, have you knocked down any big scores lately? And there's lobby card number 2. That is possible. I mean, you could tell that those celebrity cuts, a lot of them, they came from somebody's autograph book. They had, I remember seeing like once in a while, back when Antiques Roadshow was, had new episodes, somebody would come in with an autograph book. Rittenhouse makes this box, the box is too tight. They got to taper that flap in a little bit because it's just a pain in the ass to close that back up. There's a throwback. I think I need to do one row at a time because the autographs almost never come in the same row. Make it the suspense go a little bit longer. I wonder if they like, how did they obtain them? I guess they, did they work in Hollywood or lived out that way and just would keep hounding people? So, yeah. They just stand next to the TMZ guys. Alright, another inscription. Ah, Clint Howard. We think much alike. No, he's only a limited. How do you like that? That's one of those things. If I would have had the foresight and the cash up front, when I went to the Fleer auctions, like, that was one of the things you could buy, was all the contracts. Like, you could also buy all the original photo slides that they used to make the cards with. I mean, that kind of stuff, wouldn't have thought about it at the time. I mean, it's worth a ton. And that was also 20 years ago, so. Where they had filing cabinets full of autographed baseballs and throwbacks. You go in the, oh, there you go. That's cool. Yeah, I just remember seeing all those slides. And I'm like, well, what the hell am I going to do with those? I was trying to remember, you know, like what kind of product that they had or were making or had made, because they had a table and it had a bunch of old like actor autographs on it. That was one of the auction items, because I remember seeing a Laurel and Hardy autographed like index cards. There was something else, I can't remember what, like who else was in there, but yeah, the one thing I do like on the whole with that Rittenhouse's packs are well packaged. They're easy to open. They're not too loose. They're not gorilla glued together. Make things go a little bit quicker. Alright, who is this? This is Nathan Jung, or maybe Young, I don't know, Jung, as Genghis Khan. Oh yeah. Oh, that's a given. But like I said, the one thing that's nice about them going into doing cuts of, you know, deceased actors is now they could easily put together, say, you know, for Star Trek, you could get the original bridge crew, you know, as like a booklet or something. I mean, even though Shatner and drawing a blank. Takei, Shatner, and Koenig. Right, did Nichelle Nichols, is she still alive? I mean, I know DeForest Kelly and Scotty. Drawing a blank on his name too. That's terrible. That's it, $50. I'm actually kind of surprised that Jerry Ryan actually charges a lot, because we pulled her autograph out of what is she in? She's in, not Arrow. Oh, we got our stamp card. I mean, Frakes, I think he considers himself a big director, right? So, you know, it's fun. Like, I've never, I don't think I've ever gotten an actor or a, you know, I've gotten baseball autographs, but that's about it. I've never gotten, you know, actors or actresses, you know, those kind of people. Also, I think that they charge just way too much money. But if I would love to get an autograph of William Shatner hanging off of a car from T.J. Hooker, something cheesy like that. I think that'd be just, you know, cool. Wish I could remember the name of the movie. I watched this movie, Patrick Stewart did, where he was, I want to say he was battling with dementia, and either he used to be a spy or the dementia was making him think he was a spy. There's our second autograph. You see, I honestly wasn't a fan of Dune. There'd be other things I'd get him to sign before that. But I'm not much on pictures, so I don't. I guess I don't have the desire. I have a small collection that I was trying to get, but I never finished, or at least I, you know, stopped working on it. It was a Doctor Who. I wanted to get all the Doctors and all the companions, and I had already designed a layout, and I was going to get them all framed after I would get one finished, because I had like these 5x7 pictures of all the Doctors, and then I had like all these 3x5 pictures of all the companions. Okay, so we got ourselves Kelly Flanagan. There's actually a thread going on right now about that, and I think it's serious. Is that Shatner is just kind of the Star Trek nerds. All right, so official Canada post stamp. This is SS3. Man, stamps look a little bit on the small side. Yeah, I'd have to do, each Doctor would have to be his own thing. I forgot to show you the first autograph. Sorry about that. Not that focus. I guess because it's not that big of a deal. But I think that's part of the problem with a lot of these guys. I remember reading an article, geez, it probably was a little bit after Next Generation was done, that I think it was Brent, well, what's his name? The guy that played Will. I know he's got that thing, but I mean, he's kind of embracing it now, but Brent Spiner, you know, it was like he was so typecast that he couldn't get a job doing anything else. Let me see if I've missed any of these yet. So there should be 11. No, we're good so far. Got them all. See, and that's the thing. If they didn't charge so much money, I would go and get autographs, but I would get just stupid stuff just to be different and just to kind of joke around with them. Because I'm not a Trekkie, so it doesn't affect me. Like Jonathan Frakes. I'm assuming he's still married to Jeannie Francis. So, like, you get him to sign a picture of General Hospital or something. Just, it's one of those things, I would assume that they'd appreciate something to throw them off a little bit, not get the typical, crap. Yeah, I mean, I might have it wrong with Spiner, but it's something along those lines. This pack feels a little thicker. Might be something in here. Oh, just my imagination. Maybe there was an extra base card I didn't count. Okay, Michael Pollard. Throwback. What did he do on Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2? Or was he behind the scenes? Yeah, I really don't remember. That's just things, I just don't pay attention. Oh, okay. Lobby card. Have you guys seen some of the trailers that have come out for from Comic-Con? Because I can tell you, there's one movie I am completely scratching my head about that I just don't understand is the Spider-Man animated one, the Spider-Verse, or I forget what it was called. Here's our second. But the Miles Morales one, I just don't get why this is such a anticipated movie. I mean, it looks like a crappy animation. Looks like it should be made for straight to DVD. Yeah, I saw Aquaman, and actually the one that's, I don't know, it really, and maybe because it's not dark at all, that made me laugh, that I think I want to see it, was, did you see the trailer for Shazam? I didn't expect it, and it really it made me laugh. You know, watching. You know, the whole thing about a kid being in a superhero's body. But if you didn't see the trailer for Shazam, you go watch it real quick and then come back and tell me what you think. All right, we got Barbara Luna. Star Trek Lines? Is that what that says? Oh. So we're at the halfway point with this first case here. Still looking for our sketch card, but I'm okay with waiting. Rather get it further down the line than get it in the first box. Well, I've seen, is that the same thing as, there's a thread about some movie, but I thought it wasn't limited to just AMC, but it was like $10 a month or whatever. The only problem is, the way it works for me, I took the kids to see The Incredibles this past weekend, or Incredibles 2, and the last movie that I went to before that was, I want to say Last Jedi, just to kind of give you an idea how frequently I get to the movies. If I'm lucky, I'll see 3 or 4 movies a month instead of forget a week. Yeah, maybe if I actually had the time to go, I would do it, but I'm so far behind on movies. Oh, we got Celeste Yarnell. So I guess this is what one of the black ones looks like. Let's see, it doesn't have a number on it, so it's definitely not one of the standards. Yeah, basically, me and the kids will go through what's coming out in the movies. We'll make a list of all the movies we want to see, and if we're lucky, we get to one of them. Yeah, it's funny. We went to a Sunday matinee, and there was actually somebody who brought a baby. I mean, like, I couldn't tell if it was, you know, the baby in the movie or if it was the baby in the movie theater that was making the noise sometimes. The biggest thing about the movie, though, like my only real, it was good. I liked it. The critique is that the actress who voices Elastigirl, I find her voice just goes right through me. There's our second autograph. And gonna guess that that's one a case. That kind of looks like a movie poster. Just that style of card. The one thing that actually surprised me in the movie was right before the movie started, there was a little thing about it was, it was saying, thank you for coming to the movies or something, and it was the actors that play the characters, and Craig T. Nelson, he sounded so old in that, yet his voice for the movie, I guess he takes a lot of honey and everything. What does that say? DP3. Doug Jones is Commander Shaw. Star Trek Discovery. So I should have put it in a soft sleeve first. It's really shiny silvery, so it's not going to show too well. And let me see, what is this? Star Trek Discovery preview set checklist. Oh, Saru. Why did I say Shaw? Okay, it's the funky font. Alright, so that's one a case. Yes, Craig T. Nelson looked very old. But he sounded old. But his voice sounded good in the movie. Peter Cannon. Nope, no sketch yet. Yeah. Oh, forgot the case topper. So the case topper, we got 16A. You know what I hate is that most of the time with the case topper, and they did it, they don't put it in a soft sleeve. Oh, is it? No, it's not. And these things are high gloss, so the gloss is stuck to the inside of the top loader. The card looks okay. And there's a little dimple in the card, but that's our case topper. I'm going to put it in a soft sleeve and put it back in the top loader, though. I mean, if they're going to take the time to put them in top loaders, it doesn't really take much more effort to put them in a soft sleeve first. first autograph already. You got a silver, Laurel Goodwin, and I recognize her. Silver. She's an E. Oh, you know what? All the silver signatures are ELs except for Emily Banks. I wish they would do more when they did the silver signatures for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Those are some of the nicest looking autograph cards. One of these days, Blowout's going to lower the price on that last archive box they have, because I'm waiting. I check that every so often. Maybe, I wonder if Rittenhouse still has the license for that show. Because next season, unless something magical happens with the, in the show itself, next season's it for S.H.I.E.L.D. So they could do like a complete season, or excuse me, complete series. They had him and May, ride off into the sunset basically, since Coulson, is supposed to die, but they never really gave a timeline. So I guess they theoretically could write him back in for an episode or two if they wanted. Who's this? I have no idea who that is. There's our other autograph. I am kind of surprised that the ratings are so bad for that show, honestly. Because, the first season was terrible. It really was. But then after that, I thought they really, did a good job. I did listen to some interviews at Comic-Con, and I know it's only voiceover work, but man, I'm really killing it with names tonight. What's her name? The one that plays Sky or Daisy, whatever you want to call it. Chloe, whatever. She's doing voiceover work for a new Marvel show. Second autograph was William Knight. Chloe Bennett, thank you. They don't think they're doctors. I'm guessing that the sketch is going to come out of the pack in a soft sleeve, so I should know the pack when I grab it, but we got to be getting close. Also, you know, real quick, what were the other one per case inserts that we didn't... we got the stamp, we got the two duels. Inside the Enterprise, I don't know if we got them all or not. I've been counting. Got the Discovery. Star Trek movie set checklist. That's what we're still missing. And our sketch, obviously. So. Stephen McAvity. So much for those nice clean signatures. We pulled Shatner. Couple of ELs, the two of the silver signatures, Sally Kellerman, and I can't remember who the second one was. We're still waiting for our sketch. You know, the cards they don't stick together, but it's like they got like a little bit of static cling going on. got a double. That's never good. I have no idea if the cut autos are redemptions or not. I haven't seen, I didn't get a chance to look at any breaks or any postings up on eBay. So what I'm opening right now is the first I've seen of this. As long as they didn't do an oversized card, I don't see why they couldn't, you know, put it in. It'd be no different than if they had, you know, if you pulled a relic, you know, thickness-wise, it's going to be a little bit thicker than a regular card. All right, so this must be one of these M4. So this is one of the movies. So it pretty much looks just like the regular card, except it's got silver foil on it. And we got our second Kelly Flanagan. So boo, we got a double. I'm guessing nobody would say anything if we had two Shatners. 3 to go. What's up, Mason? Yeah, we boxes are numbered out of 6,000, so that makes 500 cases. I mean, well, 500 possible cases. You know, obviously they'll, I would guess they might keep a little something back. We haven't gotten the sketch yet, and the main cast. No, we've got a few ELs. There's another silver. Eleanor Donahue. Yeah, I don't know if it's sour grapes on my part, but there's a breakup for the archive box. I didn't even get a chance to even look at it, you know. Oh, there's our sketch. I don't know who the sketch is of, but it is a sweet sketch. Carlos Caballero. Oh, excuse me. I'm gonna put in a new soft sleeve because they get bent over in the pack. It makes it harder to put in the top loader. Do you guys know who that is, character-wise? Okay. Marriott Hartley and Zarabeth. I don't know if that's her character name from that episode. Oh yeah, duh, it's written right on the bottom. Yeah, we've gotten maybe like 4 inscription cards. I haven't separated them out. But the inscription cards, a lot of them aren't very limited. But the silver signatures, except for one person, they're all ELs. What kind of great news did you get today, Mason? Oh, wow. Good for you. That's definitely something to celebrate. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Just making sure I didn't miss any. Alright, so now that we got our sketch, the hopes are riding on a cut or a big autograph. Oh, we got a second stamp. I thought stamps were 1 in 288. Just jump back up here. '50th anniversary Canada stamp set checklist. 10 cards, 1 and 288, and that's for Scotty. So we got 2 of the stamps. Where did I put the stamp? I'll put it there. So first autograph, Virginia Aldridge. Yeah, I mean, as long as everything else worked out, hit-wise, we don't have, we're not off a number because of something else that didn't pan out right. We can make both stamps go as one hit, or the stamps could go separate, but probably be better off just keeping them together. Mason, since you brought it up, let me ask you a question or 2 or 3 or 4, because it's something I don't understand. So my mother has a malignant tumor on her kidney, so obviously they have to remove it. Now she found out. I guess it's close to a month ago now, maybe 3 weeks ago. But they are putting her through so many tests, and it's like basically to make sure everything is the way they think it is. And by the time it's all said and done, she's not going to actually have the surgery until like the middle of September. Now it's very slow growing, and this is the part that I don't understand either, but what they're going to do is they're just going to cut off the piece of the kidney that it's attached to and call it a day. As long as they cut it all off, which they're confident that they will. There's no chemo, no anything else. But I keep talking, every time I talk to her, I keep saying to her, I don't understand why they keep running all these tests and making her go for MRIs and CAT scans and biopsies, and I mean, they already know what's what. Just chop it off and be done. Alright, who do we get here? This is Sean Kenny. Captain Pike from the Menagerie. Trek Lives On. You know, Food Smart, they probably didn't even know they were going to do inscriptions until when they decided to do the inscriptions for Lost in Space, and it was pretty well received. So then they probably added those last minute, not last minute, but you know, they said why not add them, you know, in other products. Alright, no whammy. Last box. You know, Mason, there are easier ways to trim your waistline. Mia, don't forget your stuff, your trash. You already took it upstairs? Okay. First autograph, Robert Walker Jr., Charlie X. Go away. Not too many packs left for our chance at a cut auto. What year is your Hank Aaron auto from? Like, unfortunately, with Hank, you know, his signature's starting to get a little shaky. 4 packs to go. Alright, 2014, so it's a few years ago. So his signature should still be pretty strong. Got another double. I mean, this one's a little bit easier to take as a double. So we got our second silver Sally Kellerman. Food Smart, I think you got a little autocorrect going on there on that post. Are you asking how do you get into one of these case breaks? Well, what you want to do is, for the breaks that I do, if you go to the Blowout Cards forum and join there, the forum, you'll see a bunch of different threads for the breaks that I run. It's almost only non-sport. Done a couple of soccer breaks only because nobody else seems to really want to do soccer, and I have limited knowledge of soccer. Okay, quick recap. So we got ourselves, we'll do first this awesome sketch from Carlos Caballero. And then for our autographs, so I'm going to just kind of split these as I go real quick. We did get we did get 2 doubles. Oh, that's where the other stamp went. Oh yeah, so we got an extra stamp, which is nice. I think there we go. So just as a quick breakdown for the types of autographs. So the standard number autographs, I don't know who is EL and who isn't. We did get 2 of a Kelly Flanagan. Most importantly, we got William Shatner right there. The other people, I honestly, I don't know who's who, you know, especially in regards to the rarity. The 2 black signatures we got here. So in one case, we only got 2. Silver signatures, we got a double of Sally Kellerman. She is an EL though, so I can't really complain. Most of the silver signatures, I believe it was all of them except for one, is listed as an EL. Emily Banks is the only one who is not listed as an EL. She's only listed as a limited, and we didn't get her. So then all 4 of these are listed as ELs. The 2 black border, so there's only the 2. And Laughing Crewman guy is an EL also. And then for inscriptions, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got 7 inscriptions. And let's see. Joan Collins we didn't get. She's an EL. Louise Sorrell. I think we got her. No, we did not. Okay, so none of them are ELs that we got. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different inscriptions. Just to kind of give you a quick little breakdown on that. Alright, so that about does it. Again, we got an extra stamp, which is nice. As long as the other odds all work out, those stamps will be one pick together. So I'm going to stop recording now for just a minute, so that way it can process this video. I'm going to upload it to the break thread, and then I will be right back for the second case. And Food Smart, just in case you missed it, Blowout Cards forum, join there, send me a message, post, whatever. Just let me know who you were on YouTube just so I have a way to correlate the two people. And that's where you join in any of the breaks, and you can see the breakdown, how it works out with how much it costs per spot and what you might be able to get. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in just a few minutes.